that it's time for them to lead. We want you to be leaders, and we want you to help others to understand that leaders is what we're looking for. Okay? So that's why this is available on YouTube, and we will post a copy on the database so you can use it if you want to. It's a real easy 20-minute video and has a good message. Okay, we are to the point where we want to talk about what makes an assistant governor successful. Okay, now, I could go around the room, and every one of you could give me a list of what you think will make you successful. And I'll bet you that all of your lists would be wonderful, but probably all of your lists would not include what I want you to have on it. So I'm just going to kind of break it down and let you know what I'm thinking, okay, in terms of how you can be successful. So let me begin by telling you that a gentleman named Andy Grove, who's a former CEO of Intel, wrote a book. The title of the book was Only the Paranoid Survive. And in the book, he describes a term, which is called the strategic inflection point. And he defined the term in his book as a point in which a business arrives when decisions are made that either propel that business to profitability and success or propel that business toward a decline and eventual failure. What's that got to do with Rotary? Well, every year, about this time, Rotary clubs get new presidents and new boards and new ideas. And so they are essentially at the point of a strategic inflection. They can make decisions that will propel the clubs to success or make decisions that will set the club on a course where it will decline. What we want you to do is help them with those decisions. Help them with the planning so that every club is successful. Now, as an assistant governor, you have a lot of hats to wear. Okay? You actually represent your district governor. You represent the district committee chairs. You represent Rotary International. You are an advocate for your clubs, an advocate for your club presidents, an advocate for your club committee chairs. Got a lot of hats. So how do you succeed in that? It's actually fairly simple. The success of an assistant governor, when you help the club succeed, you help your district governor look good. When you help your club succeed, you help Rotary National look good. When you help your club succeed, you actually help the club president and his board and his committee chairs. So the idea is your whole success is wrapped up in how well you can help your clubs succeed. So what I want to do at this point is I want to have a little exercise. And so take one and pass it, please. And there's more than you need, so take one and pass it. The extras will end up on the table. We're going to break into teams. Okay? The first four is a team, the next three is a team, first four is a team, the next three is a team. Okay? So we have 4 teams. Actually, make this 3 and 3. Okay? Every team has the same set of questions. There's 3 questions. So in the next 10 minutes, I want you to, as a team, discuss the 3 questions, and somewhere along the line, pick a spokesperson, because at the end of 10 minutes, each team will report out what you decided. And here are the 3 questions. How can you help your clubs to succeed? How do you help your club president-elects to succeed? And how do you convince the clubs that they can use your help? 10 minutes just started. Thank you. Was that very last one? Your team had 3 questions. And so hopefully you chose a spokesperson. So we're going to start right over here with team 1. George. First question was, how can you help your club, Nancy, left?
Name.
On the left.
How can you help your club?
Regular visits to support them, especially when we have a crisis like storms, bad weather, flooding that we had up the road. President's meetings every 2 months. Pick a nice place, fun place. Go over the plans and the calendar. Are the clubs up to on schedule? And then offer assistance. In my case, 24/7. My cell phone's always on, so just so that they know that you're available for them. That's what we have for that.
Very good. Next,
Can I ask, is that joint presidents meetings y'all are talking about?
Yes.
Getting all the presidents from your area together?
Yeah, everybody in your
Okay.
area.
The team two, how about your first question? What do you want to add to that?
Heard a lot of the same things, but we talked about being available to the club presidents and acting as a sounding board and getting to know the clubs individually and the club's personalities. Every club has its own personality.
All right. Our team down here, you got a spokesperson?
We feel that consistently visiting clubs to build relationships is important, and helping them to promote their clubs and events, or their club events and projects. Make their events and projects your project. Make sure they understand that you feel that those are important. And on a personal note, I'll have to visit the 5 Points Club a lot since I insulted them.
All right. Team right here.
Our club, we think we should help our clubs embrace change and innovation, and to always be available to our club presidents and club members if they have any issues.
Embrace change. All right. Super. So, to help your clubs, you have at least seven items that you mentioned. We'll come back to that. All right. Let's start down here in the corner. Question number 2: How do you help your club president-elects to help their clubs
Oh, I have this? Okay.
succeed?
I think communicate the fact that you share their dream. I think that was said a little bit in the first list. And trust and accountability. That you trust them and you're going to hold them accountable for the things that our district governor has outlined.
Okay. How about down here, Eric? Question 2?
We feel that coaching them to use Rotary Club Central as a planning tool would be good. Helping to consistently remind them of upcoming deadlines, because club presidents are very busy, as we all know. And then persuading some clubs to improve their meeting locations and or speakers.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Give me the last one, please.
Persuading some of your clubs to improve their locations, the locations they meet in, or their speakers.
How about right here, Charles?
All right. We want to help our president-elect, help them follow, understand, and believe in the roadmap. And again, always be available and be their advocate, and to share ideas and past experience from our knowledge as being president our year. Oh, okay. Help them.
You have to follow the roadmap.
Yeah, help them follow, understand, and believe in the roadmap. Be their advocates and share our knowledge.
All right. AJ?
Okay, let them know it's okay not to know it all. Have the past president have a buddy system with them so that they can train them while the president in hand is taking care of business. Show them support, encourage them to go to training, especially pets, obviously, and include them in all meetings, board meetings, any kind of communication meetings that you have for your club.
All right.
Did I get all yours?
AJ, did she
Did I get all yours?
Okay to be stupid, yeah. Everybody system, including all communication.
Stupid check.
Got that one covered.
And yeah, it's good.
Cool. Okay. Let's start right here with question number 3. How do you convince your clubs that you can help? Charlotte?
Okay, let's see if I can read my chicken scratch here. We wanted to share ideas of successful events, let them know you are, and help share our knowledge. All of ours where we would need to be available and be their advocate.
Okay. AJ?
Okay. Let's see. Let them know that we believe in what they and their club believes in. Update them with district and Rotary International programs. Let's see. We are here to support, and we're in this together.
I like that. In it together.
To demystify the whole process, let them know that it's not that hard, and that you do have skin in the game with them. You're there too. You're a part of it. And just about what everybody else came up with. We tried to have one good big word.
Yeah.
That's it. We have good words here.
Project a service above self attitude. Be clear to them that you are there to serve them. Physically participate as possible in some of their club projects. Physically help them so that they see that you're there to help them.
I'm missing one on it.
The last one. The last one again.
Participate in some of their club projects so that they can see that you're there to help them.
Okay. So you have a list of how you're going to help the clubs. And it says regular visits, president meetings, offer assistance, be a sounding board, get to know the clubs, visit the clubs regularly, help promote, and embrace change. Which of those would be the most important?
So getting to
But you
know.
do that by making recommendations.
But see, I think
Yeah,
one
being
is a
present.
subset of the other.
If you're not present, then you're not going to get their, buy-in.
You can't do any of that if you don't visit the clubs.
Okay. Okay. The point I'm asking, the reason I'm asking is what's most important is because you need to bundle that. For some of your clubs, you have to choose a different number as the priority than some of your other clubs. Every one of your clubs is unique. They really are unique. And so you need to focus on who they are and what their personality is so you'll know how to help them. When you move to the next list, how do you help the president-elects? Every one of them is unique. And you need to get to know them so you can figure out how you can help them as well. We'll talk a little bit about how to deal with different kinds of people this afternoon, but you really need to recognize that you have some unique characters in your area. And as a helper, as a guide, the more you know them, the better you can help them. How do you convince your club to accept help? I think this is a wonderful list. It really is. Be an advocate for them. Be available to them. Share successes with them. Be a team member. When they succeed, you succeed. The whole idea behind unassisted government is for you to help the clubs to succeed. And we really want you to do that this year. Every club in our district, all 79 of them, plus the satellite, which is number 80, can be successful. We just need you to help them to do that. We'll talk a little bit about it in the morning as to some of the particulars as to how you might help them be successful. But let me leave you with this. When you help them to be successful, sometimes that means having a one-on-one with that president-elect and saying, have you planned X, Y, and Z? Sometimes it means sitting with the club board to say to them, there are some ideas that you need to incorporate. Just because it's not tradition in this particular club, you might want to consider these ideas. Do not come at a club with a big sledgehammer. It won't work. Help them understand why it is they need to be successful and why it is that's important to their club to be successful and why it's important that they recognize that you are a resource to help them become successful. We believe every one of you is the right leader for this time. We just want you to believe that and to be able to convince your president-elect that they are indeed the right presidents for this time, for their clubs. Participate in everything you can possibly participate that your clubs are doing. You have a calendar just like they do. You won't be able to go to everything. But go to as much as you can and convince them real early to invite you to come to as much of their things as they are willing to do. Believe in them. Believe that they can do it and convince them that they truly need to believe it themselves. They're going to talk about why.